good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K the God, my man Sus. Welcome to the Gods of Boxing Talk. Now for this segment is going to be a What's Hot. And what's hot right now? Again? Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey.
What's up with these Eastern Europeans, dog? What?
Hey.
You know what? Fuck it. They need to undergo blood testing every motherfucking day. Fuck when they don't even need to be in a fight, fam. Motherfuckers just need to randomly show up at their crib and just be like, hey, bro, about that time, fam.
Exactly. Yeah. Get that needle.
You know what I'm saying? Just show up at the nigga's house. As long as an Eastern European is boxing, Vada just needs to show up at their fucking house, give them random blood tests until their fucking career's over, dog. I mean, it's getting ridiculous, fam. Look at how many motherfuckers are getting caught. And it's not just Eastern Europeans. I mean, a lot of Americans are getting caught too, but it's just in this short amount of time, it just so happens that a bunch of motherfuckers outside of the United States are getting caught. You got Felix Stern. You got Alexander Povetkin twice. You got Lucas Brown twice. You got motherfuckers who ain't even on the goddamn radar. What's the nigga name? Andrzej Wawrzyk? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
He was about to be another bum that was going to be a victim to Deontay Wilder's straight right hand. That's what it was going to be. And he's even getting caught cheating, fam. You made a mention of a Russian fighter. It wasn't Gavadze. I think it was. What's the cat? The cruiserweight. That just beat
Murad Gasayev.
Yeah. You made a mention about his back having all this fucking acne on it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And his forehead really bad.
People who don't know anything about anabolic steroids, that's one of the symptoms of it. That's why there was a big hoopla and uproar whenever Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao in the fourth fight, because the motherfucker's neck was huge, which is another symptom. He had all this acne all across his back and his chest and shit. So I mean, it's two major symptoms basically showing us that he was possibly on anabolic steroids for that particular fight. Same thing with Murad Gasayev. So we don't know about him. We're just saying. I mean, he has symptoms that are eye-catching, so to speak.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Andrzej Wawrzyk test positive for Stanozolol. I don't know how to say it, fam. It's got
Stand by me.
L at the end.
Some shit like that, yeah.
That's what fucks it up. I'm gonna say that last L is silent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say Stanozolol. Alright. It's an anabolic steroid, as we just mentioned. The fight was scheduled February 25th in Alabama. It was gonna be, I believe, Deontay Wilder's fourth title defense, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? Who do you have? Eric Molina, Johan Duhaupas. It was going to be his fifth. Molina, Duhaupas, Spilka, Areola, and this was going to be his fifth defense of the WBC title. That will no longer happen, at least defending it against him. But since, in the wake of this urine test that showed up positive, conducted by VADA, we've had some of the bigger names come out and say, hey, I'll take that fight. Now, the first name to come out that I know of, based on a tweet, was Joseph Parker. Now, Joseph Parker is supposed to be in. he's supposed to be in negotiation. Yeah, I know. Hell yeah. Bring that ass, dog.
Come get this work.
He's supposed to be in negotiations with that nigga Huggy. That nigga Huggy Fury. You know what I'm saying? We know his name is Hughie, but we just gonna call him Huggy. You know what I'm saying? Huggy Fury. He in negotiations with him right now, but I'm pretty sure he would drop that particular fight for a possible unification fight with Deontay Wilder. Now, will Bob Arum want that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is he with Bob Arum?
I don't think so.
Is he with Bob Arum, fam? Yeah, he is. Because I think after he beat Andy Ruiz, Bob Arum came in and said, yeah, dog, you gonna come to my stable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what was so questionable about Joseph Parker fighting Andy Ruiz for that title, because Bob Arum had plans of signing Joseph Parker, win or lose in that fight. So that's what that was all about. But anyway, then you've also got Gerald Washington, who I'd rather see Joseph Parker. Gerald Washington is garbage, fam. I think he is so. Him and Dominique Brazil, I can't stand them motherfuckers, dog. Now they're probably good dudes outside the ring. No disrespect to their character, but as fighters, they are the epitome, along with garbage ass Seth Mitchell, who is now in retirement he should be. They are the epitome of guys who cannot transfer over from fucking football or basketball or anything like that. You're like 6'9" and shit. You play basketball your whole fucking life, or you play football your whole fucking life, and then you're like, you know what? I'm big and tall. I could box too.
I think I want to box.
You know what I'm
come on. It don't work like that.
That's how they sound, fam, when they make the decision. You know what? I could box. I could box. Get the fuck out of here, bro. No, you can't. So, you know, they're the epitome of that. If he fights Gerald Washington, I'm calling second round knockout right now, fam. And that's if Deontay Wilder allows that. That's if he wants to go in there and murk him. He may allow him to last for a little bit. You know.
All I know, he gonna get this work.
That's
like
easy.
my man Luck say, he gonna get this work.
That's easy work, fam. Not trying to see
sir.
it. And then of course, last but not least, by a long shot, you know what I'm saying, my man. Luis King Kong Ortiz was like, give me that fight, fam. Hey,
man.
Hey, guarantee that nigga Deontay ain't taking that shit.
Hey, alright.
Nope.
He get this work too.
Yeah, he gonna be giving. That motherfucker gonna be giving that work. That motherfucker gonna turn into a blue collar worker real quick, fam.
Okay.
That nigga Luis Ortiz gonna turn into that nigga manager. Hey, fool, I want you to do this right here, nigga. Hear this work.
Man, we give him that work too, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Gerald Washington, Luis Ortiz, all them cats.
Oh shit! Hey, look,
come on over here.
It's the spokesman. He has spoken.
Yeah.
Don't make no damn sense. But you know that's not a smart fight for Deontay Wilder, especially if he's looking at trying to get the winner of Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz is not a smart fight. Joseph Parker, that's a recognizable name. He's overhyped right now.
Yeah.
He's also a champion. Beat his ass. Gerald Washington, he could do that too. But I just won't give him. I won't give him the credit for Gerald Washington. Gerald Washington is down there with the rest of the motherfuckers that he's defended his title against so far. So, I mean, I won't give him the credit like that for Gerald Washington. But Joseph Parker, even though he is overrated, he's still a champion. He's still better than Gerald Washington, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take that WBO belt while you're the WBC champion. And have more to negotiate with, you know, with the winner of Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko. That's an excellent opportunity for Deontay Wilder, fam.
Yep.
Especially if he wants to take that fight for February 25th. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when the fight is scheduled. If Parker feels he's ready by February 25th, as he seems to be with his tweet. His tweet was like image of his hand raised, like, you know, in lieu of the test being, you know, announced positive, he had an image of his hand raised, like, take me.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker, you got about a month.
Yeah. Come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
That's a good fight. That's a good opportunity for Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely.
Next. You know, so he just signed a 2-year deal with ESPN for another whack-ass show. What was it called? Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN. He had a whack-ass show on Fox Sports. You know, Seth is always reminding me about it because personally, I don't remember the shit. I don't even remember seeing the shit. That's how whack the shit was. I seen maybe like 2 fights, I believe, and it was the wackest shit that I had ever seen in my life. Now, I'm a cat that watches everything. I'll fucking wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning on weekends and try to catch a goddamn boxing match over in Thailand or in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Through a streaming site. That's the type of boxing I watch. Back in the day when it was active, I never missed a Wednesday night fights on ESPN. I never missed a fucking Friday night fights on ESPN. Nigga, I'm watching Boxio, nigga. I don't even know what they saying. I don't know. But I'm watching the fight, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of boxing I watch. And that Fox Sports shit that De La Hoya put out, I couldn't even watch that, fam.
Me neither.
I sat there for 2 fights and was like, you know what I'm saying? So he's coming out with another one of those. Now, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's on a better platform. You know, ESPN is a better platform, in my opinion, than Fox Sports for boxing. But and also PBC also has a platform with ESPN as well. But the fact that he failed so miserably with the Fox Sports segment, I don't see how he can succeed here with a smaller number of fighters in his stable today. Back then, De La Hoya was the man. Motherfucker had like 200 something fighters in his stable, probably more than that. You know what I'm saying? Since the inception of PBC and Al Heyman's management company, right? That motherfucker's roster has dwindled down to like 60 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So if he failed with more than double the fighters, you know what I'm saying, back then than he has now, then how can we possibly think he would succeed even with a better platform on ESPN, especially now that he has competition with PBC? What do you think about this, man?
Man, you know what? I'd have to totally agree with you. You know, I don't know how he's going to do it with the stable that he has now, because he really doesn't have any notable names. I mean, or anybody that I think the fans would be interested in seeing fight. You know, he does, however, have a couple guys that maybe he can sponsor on the card.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it being uber successful, you know. But what I will do is I'll reserve judgment and I'll give him a chance, because I did give Al Heyman and PBC a chance, even though they had a much better stable. But with De La Hoya, I don't know. Maybe he can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Maybe he's doing business with some other promoters that are going to bring some more guys on the card.
Yep.
You know, I don't know what the case may be, but at face value and going by what I've seen from him prior to this, woo, I don't know, man. It would be a lot of weight on his shoulder. Like you said, it is on ESPN, so I'm sure they're going to have to sponsor some fights or put some fights on that are going to be compelling. You know, they're going to have some type of names on these cards to draw in the fans, you know?
Absolutely.
So it can't be anything like the shows that De La Hoya put on in the past when he was on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lack of diversity. I mean, it just, all the fights kind of looked the same to me. You know, they may have been collaring a lot of the prospects or something like that, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't really competitive, and it wasn't really entertaining. You know, so hopefully he's got something brewing up his sleeve, and hopefully he's got some guys that are going to really bring it and, you know, give us something to watch and give us something to be entertained by.
Yeah.
You know, so the onus is on him, though.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you know, one of the first fights he should put on there, since this is like a smaller broadcast from his deal with HBO, this motherfucker should put Jojo Diaz versus Jorge Lara. That's a 126-pound fight between two guys that are ranked in the top 10 by Ring Magazine. That's an excellent fight to throw on ESPN, fam, like on a motherfucking Friday. Excellent fight.
Yeah,
you know
that would be nice.
But you're right. We will give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, I kind of shitted on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, to start with. But what's even bigger news than that with him is he was arrested for DUI. And that kind of leads into my question about how can we possibly say that he will be successful when he can't even get his own shit together, fam. Details on the arrest: he was arrested Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. Basically, an officer pulled him over. He said he smelled alcohol from De La Hoya. Told him to get out, made him do a series of field sobriety tests in which De La Hoya failed all of them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's detained right now. Crazy thing about this is he's been to rehab twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If y'all can't remember, he missed Bernard Hopkins versus Jean Pascal, and he missed the fucking Canelo Floyd Mayweather fight, which was very surprising in that one because I think that was like 2 or 3 days right before the fight, fam. So a lot of people are like, yo, Canelo's mentor is not going to be there, you know, to give him instructions or at least give him motivation. To see your mentor sitting front row or sitting, you know, at your corner, you know, he may not be your trainer, but he's your mentor. To see that happen, that could give you a whole different mindset going into the fight and during the duration of the fight. You could have a completely different mindset for the positive, right?
Absolutely.
Seeing him not being there could actually be somewhat of a mindset degradator or have a detraction, you know, to the positivity of your mindset. You know what I'm saying? So not giving Canelo any type of excuses because he got the dog shit beat out of him. You know, regardless of what CJ Ross said, the fight was a draw. We all know that was bullshit. That's why the bitch retired right after that. But it's still a situation where he missed Canelo's biggest fight of his career. And now he will be probably going back to rehab, and it will probably be a stipulation of his probation, so to speak, because this is strike number 3, and I think this is in California, fam. So they have a 3 strikes rule, but it's really for niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? So they probably just, you know, give him probation again and say, hey, you need to go back to rehab for a 3rd time, and that's probably what's gonna happen. So he just signed the deal last week with ESPN, but the motherfucker's gonna have to deal with his personal demons, you know, from now until whenever. So who knows about that shit, man?
Absolutely. Man, you know what? Because, you know, Seth does have a heart. Seth has a heart.
Oh, shit.
You know, let me break this down for everybody just to kind of put it into perspective, right? So, and I'm going to give you guys a short history. So in 1990, De La Hoya loses his mom to breast cancer, right? In 1992, he goes on to win the Summer Olympic Games in Barcelona, right? Wins a gold medal, right? Pretty much donning him the name the Golden Boy. He turns professional, has a multi-million-dollar illustrious career, conquers several different weight classes, and several different championships, right? In 2007, we have the leaked photos of De La Hoya dressed in drag with fishnet stockings all the way up to right below his chin and several different
I'm sorry. Let me interject for a second. Why is this motherfucker getting a pass for that, Seth?
Hey, hold on. Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
But what if I came on the show with some motherfucking fishnet stockings and a tutu and shit, nigga, with a bra and panties on? We lose 400 subscribers right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
We might gain 400. You never know.
That's true.
You know, you never know.
That's true.
But check it. So he's wearing that, what I just described, in several just provocative type of poses. And then you have other photos that came out where he's wearing a skirt and he has like a halter top on with some prostitutes in the room with him, right? And for the longest, he goes on to deny these things and say that the photos were photoshopped and they're not real. But in 2011, he comes out and he says, these photos are me. They are real. This was a coke-fueled sex party that he had with these prostitutes at the Ritz-Carlton, I believe it was, right? That's in 2011. In 2013, like you just mentioned, he misses his star pupils biggest fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And like you just said, I don't know any mentor that would miss his students, time on the stage especially against somebody like Floyd Mayweather. So, it comes out that he checked himself into rehab. That's in 2013. And now in 2017, we're right back to square one, where he's getting arrested for a DUI in California, I believe at 2 a.m. in the morning.
So what's your point?
Check it out. My point is, Oscar De La Hoya needs help.
Oh, yeah.
He needs help more than any time he's ever needed it in his life right now. Yeah. For a guy to be in the position that Oscar De La Hoya is in and to have had these multiple run-ins with the law, that really says something about some of the things that he's going through. Right. Another thing is, I think there's a lot to be said about a guy who not only does these type of things when he doesn't have that family obligation. It's one thing to be said about that, but it's another thing when you've got a wife and kids who solely pretty much depend on you to take care of your family.
Right.
So I don't know who's gonna give it to De La Hoya, and I don't know how they're gonna give it to him, but somebody has to interject and seriously help this dude, because when you're playing with fire like he is, and you mix drugs and you've got drugs and alcohol in the mix, you always get burned. And that is the road that De La Hoya is heading down right now. I don't want to jinx him or put anything bad on him, but I do believe he's only a few more incidents or one more incident from being boxing's greatest, saddest story. So it's just a matter of time, man. And that's the reason why I'm not going to shit on him too bad, because I think he seriously needs some help. I think what's happening is he is living the life, or he's being treated like a celebrity, and he's kind of being collared. I'm sure he has a huge falling out in California.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure he has a lot of different connections, but somebody has to step in and help this guy. There is so much on the line, your company, your family, and you stand to lose it all.
Yeah.
So that is a major just point that I want to make, is that this guy really does need some help, man. I mean, he's heading down, I think, one of the worst paths you can actually head down for a person or a celebrity, just as a man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really truly destroying himself and his family.
Good points. Good points made. I thought you was gonna come on here and be like, "No, it's De La Hoya. He's such a great guy."
Hell nah. That ain't even in me.
Kind of made it, motherfucker.
Come on, man. Nah. Hell nah.
Next, and the last of this segment, and it's kind of more on a positive note. A good fight, possibly, maybe on the horizon between Sullivan, Barrera, and Artur BETERBIEV. They're in negotiations right now. Purse bid is scheduled for February 2nd. This is going to be an IBF title eliminator. The IBF belt belongs to Andrzej Wawrzyk right now. It's the belt that he picked up off of the Sergey Kovalev win. Barrera is currently ranked number 9 by the IBF, and BETERBIEV is ranked number 2. So if this fight actually goes down, right?
Yep.
And a winner emerges, it's not a draw like Jack and DeGale, right? Oh shit. Anyway, it's not a draw.
Won. I mean, Jack won. Jack won. We all know who won.
Oh shit. It's not a draw. The winner will possibly be facing Andrzej Wawrzyk, or it'll at least be as mandatory to face Andrzej Wawrzyk, man. What do you think about this fight?
Man, look, that's a great fight.
Yeah.
That's a fight that needs to happen for both guys because of what's on the line. Sullivan Barrera can easily get back into contention, and get his shot at the IBF title if he beats Artur BETERBIEV. And Artur BETERBIEV can beat somebody of note who is still, I guess you could say, in the prime of their career. You know, Sullivan. We both know Sullivan Barrera is a very, very, very dangerous opponent for anybody, I believe.
Hell yeah.
At 175, and Artur BETERBIEV is a guy that I've kind of just been waiting to be wowed by.
Oh,
I mean,
here we go.
Yeah, hey, I can't help it, 2K. I can't help it. The guy only has 11 fights.
Man,
I just can't.
He's knocked out everybody. Everybody. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yeah, that sounds super familiar. You know,
yeah.
So that's the reason why I want this fight to happen, because if he can beat somebody like Barrera, man, and he beats him the way he's been beating everybody else, I'm 100% giving him all the credit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just as of right now, I kind of have to reserve any credit because he fought Tavares Cloud, and we both know Tavares Cloud was out of there by that time. I think he fought Gabriel Campillo. Campillo is a crafty type of a veteran fighter, and he got him out of there as well, but these guys weren't in the prime of their, you know, careers when he fought them. And that's not a knock on him. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But only having 11 fights and not even going 10 rounds,
Yeah.
I can't really look at him and say, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. You know, I really can't do that right now, man. So that's why I need this fight to happen. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I think he is a very good fighter. But I'm just gonna reserve any critical thoughts or any praise right now because I need to see him against somebody.
Absolutely. I agree, but I'm gonna go ahead and overrate the motherfucker right now. He's
Damn,
he's
man.
an A+ level fighter. Hell nah. Hell nah. He's a, you know, I'm gonna overrate him a little bit because one thing I will say, and of course, you know, when I say he's knocked at everybody, I'm making the indirect comparison to Gennady Golovkin, obviously, for you dumb motherfuckers out there that don't get it. The difference between these two guys is that Gennady Golovkin is already expected. He's being rated one of the best in boxing, whereas Artur BETERBIEV is just being rated, you know, one of the best at 175. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where in a given division, there's like, what, 20 top fighters, probably like 500 fighters in a given division, and probably like, 450 of them motherfuckers are bums. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not a very big sample to basically put BETERBIEV in and say, hey, he's one of the best out of those. There's a high probability of that. Golovkin, on the other hand, you know, and of course this is given the fact that they haven't proven themselves yet against A-level competition. Golovkin, on the other hand, is in a pool of like thousands of fighters where there are hundreds of very good fighters, and they're saying he's the best out of that. So there's a difference where I can overrate or feel like I'm possibly overrating Artur BETERBIEV and still feel good about it, and be more strict on how I would overrate Gennady Golovkin. You feel me?
Yeah.
So with that said, I feel like Artur BETERBIEV has the abilities to beat a Sullivan Barrera based on what I've seen, especially in his last fight, man. I told Sess about this shit. I'm sorry, fam. The nigga was up against the ropes. He threw the goddamn left hook and moved laterally, fam. I never seen him do that before.
Hey. Yep,
you don't
he
see
did.
fighters like BETERBIEV with BETERBIEV's style, you know, hitting a motherfucker like, and going to the left or going to the right. You don't see that. They plod, they take steps. They don't move laterally in swift movements the way he did right before he knocked that guy out. I think it was, what's the nigga name? Isidro Prieto or some shit like that.
There you go, 2K.
I know.
Whoa. What is his name?
He was 23-1. He's one of the best in the division.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I like I said, the pool that I'm putting him in, or the sample that I'm putting him in is much lower than the pool or sample that we're putting Golovkin in. So I feel like I can say those things for this particular stage, which is just at 175. So I think it's I think it's a 50-50 fight, even though Barrera definitely has the better resume, including a loss to Andre Ward. He also has the better. He has the ability to learn more based on his experience. He can come into this fight with some new shit we ain't never seen before because he has the experience to be able to drive that ability. Whereas BETERBIEV, this will be his experience fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I still think it's a 50-50 fight, fam.
Okay.
I don't like Barrera's chin. He got knocked down by two guys who aren't really big punchers. Vyacheslav Shabransky and Andre Ward both knocked him down, clean shots to the chin. You know, Artur BETERBIEV is very reminiscent of Sergey Kovalev in terms of power and in terms of his signature punches that he likes to use to get guys out of there. He likes to use straight punches. Sullivan Barrera, he's not very adept to the straight right hand, fam. So, and that's a punch that BETERBIEV be sleeping niggas with. So, no, dog.
No, hey, it's definitely 50-50. I agree. It's a 50-50 fight. To your point, BETERBIEV does have very good power. I think he's physically a very strong fighter. And in his last fight, I did see him use his feet just a little bit more. But the key points you just made, this is his experience fight.
Yeah.
Whereas Barrera has been in the ring with Andre Ward, and I think he really, really, really took something from that fight.
Yeah.
And in the Shabransky fight, he got dropped, but he went in there and did work. You know, so I think I think it's a very good fight. I really do. I'm not sure if you mentioned, but the fight is supposed to go to purse bid February 2nd.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't, and we can just get this fight made.
Yep.
You know, but we all know the politics that's involved with money and that's involved with boxing and the money going this way and the money going that way and all this other crap that happens. So, but at face value with the talks right now, I love this fight and I think it should really, really, really happen.
Yeah, according to reports, Sullivan Barrera has already agreed to the fight. You know, so I don't think money is a big thing with him right now. Who knows what it is. Maybe they just started negotiating. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know. They just set a purse bid date just in case. So maybe everything's going great. They're ironing shit out before they make an announcement. One thing I do want to mention, and Seth pretty much made this fact evident. It is main events and Al Heyman trying to negotiate. Al Heyman on BETERBIEV's side and main events on Sullivan Barrera's side. They've tried that once before with Adonis Stevenson and Sergey Kovalev, and it was a no-go. So we will see, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can get this fight made.
Hopefully.
All right. We're going to go ahead and conclude this segment right here. You two do what you do in the comment section. This is Real Talk for Real Fans. 1.